there were these. It's such an insider thing, but there were these meetings that were happening.
Yeah.
About social issues. That's as much as I'll say. But the meetings were too long. So by the time we were an hour in, then it was like the whole thing. The meetings were turning.
It actually got quite confrontational and.
Yeah, but that's because we were there for too long. We didn't go here for an hour. So then it forced people to speak with brevity, to have urgency, to say what they needed to say in an allotted time. To say every speaker has 3 minutes. Gong, gong, gong.
Yeah.
So when you can just speak freely in spaces sometimes, eventually...
People are like, I'm tired of hearing you now.
Or like, oh, this is my time.
And there was some of that there.
Yeah, and I'm sure I was guilty of it too, but I was also like, I just sat there for too long. Like, don't, if you have a lunch with someone, do an hour bounce.
Yeah.
Need to be somewhere else.
And the agenda is important.
Yeah, go hang, have a drink. If it's a quick catch up, dope. We see each other for an hour. And I go home, I work, or I go back to whatever it is, man. We don't have to plumb until.
I wanna meet with some of those people for the podcast and speak on some of the stuff that's discussed there, just like generally and not specifically.
What kind of stuff? What do you mean general stuff?
Like those meetings that we had. Just like, sometimes someone will say something and it's actually something that the rest of the group doesn't agree with, like social issues wise, and it's just like to delve more into that because there you'll not get an opportunity to explain yourself.
Yes.
Fully. And people also sometimes, like the reason why when I started this podcast I wanted to speak alone on like a thing that I think about is that like I can speak for 40 minutes without anyone interrupting me. The thing of like, let me finish, you'll get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's an opportunity for me to speak, finish, and explain something completely. So even if I'm wrong, you know exactly where I stand. So if you need to correct me, you have more insight to, you see that point is where you missed the point. And even now, like I mentioned with me and Robbie's podcast, like sometimes we're fighting because the audience was too big.
What do you mean?
If it's just me and you talking, bro, you're not gonna now misconstrue the words that I'm saying. It's just me. There's no audience. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll argue with someone, and because they don't have an answer, then they go personal. But like, why are you shouting at me, bro? Like, yo, bro, I didn't shout at you, man.
Well, it is what it is. I mean, all of the stuff is performative. Everything we do, this more so because there's literally cameras here. But